What's kicking, y'all? Kwikpanik here, and I'm here today with my buddy Deuce, Myatt. And what'd you do, man?
I got top 8 at the North American World Championship qualifier.
Damn, that's pretty good. What'd you use?
I used True Draco Zoo. It's a little bit different than a lot of other Draco decks, but yeah.
Cool. All right, let's get into the profile, man.
So pretty standard zoo lineup for a Draco deck. 2 rat, 2 ram. You could probably play 3 of this, but I feel like drawing multiples of this really sucks, so I didn't want to play more than 1 whip, 1 barrow. Most of the hands where you like brick is usually when you draw like a bunch of zoo cards, because if you're playing pure zoo against pure zoo, you're actually just going to lose, because usually if they're playing pure zoo, they actually just draw trap cards. So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You don't want to play pure zoo against pure zoo. And then 3 Baboon.
Oh, that card's the nuts.
It's so like me and Hoban have like this talk, but it's like the best card when it resolves, but it's like really bad like in other scenarios. But like it's actually just every time it resolves, the game ends. So I felt like I just had to play it, and it fixes all your hands. It's really good.
Okay.
So that's all like the zoo-ish cards. And then 2 Masterpiece. This is where it starts getting a little bit different. I played 2 Dynamite and 3 Ignis.
That's really different.
So yeah, everyone called this deck like the Ignis deck. But yeah, basically you can go second like super easy with the deck, because you just tribute for these guys, pop cards, and then deal with Trident. And then a lot of people don't know how to play around this card that well, because they just like I had like a couple opponents that like, oh, I tribute a spell, pop a back row, attack Trident with this, and then they pop this, and then I get Heritage, and I draw 2 cards off that, and it's just ridiculous.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then Dino's just really good when you go first. Something I didn't do that I wish I did, I wish I sided like more of this, and like would be able to side like these out going first, because they are kind of bad going first.
Right.
But going second, they're just so good that you have to just main 3 and you want to draw it. So yeah.
So you would like side out an Ignis and put in another Knuckler?
I would side out Ignis a lot. So yeah. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Okay, cool.
And then Max.
That card is really good.
Yeah. I didn't play any other hand traps. So like me and Aaron, we had like a theory that like hand traps just didn't solve the problem of the game right now. Like hand traps are only good like turn 1, and then every other turn after that you just don't want to draw a hand trap.
Yeah, those are awful.
So we just opted like not to play hand traps, as many hand traps, except for the best one that gets to all of our cards.
Yeah,
so,
that's exactly what I did. I agree with that. That's correct.
Every card just out to board in this set. And then zoo cards.
Oh, what is that card? Is that Barrage? What does that do?
Summons everything. 3 Tenki. This card is actually like the worst card in my deck.
Yeah.
So, like I said, every hand that you usually brick, it's usually when you draw a bunch of zoo cards.
Yeah, and that does not help.
I sided like every single copy of this card out every game.
Really?
Except when I went first, I would keep like 1 or 2 in.
So going second, you sided that out?
Yeah, because it just gets hit by like Anti-Spell, Unending Nightmare, Deflector, all those cards.
That makes sense.
So like when you go into game 2, you just don't want this card in your deck, because that's just another card that gets hit by those cards.
Okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, that was something I did. It worked out. It's really hard to side with this deck unless you have cards that you can easily side out. It's like Tenki and like Baboon going second. It was like pretty easy to side out.
Okay, that makes sense. And
then 3 Diagram, 3 Terraforming, obviously. So some people like were playing 2 of this.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I play Baboon, so you actually just want to draw Diagram a lot more.
That's a good combo.
Yeah, drawing multiples is just never bad, at least from my opinion. And then another weird part, I played 3 Heritage, 3 Disciples.
Wow, okay.
So you want to open a spell card with the monsters, so you just have as many summons in a turn. Basically, this card is like Brilliant Fusion that also draws cards, so it's just not fair.
Right.
And it pops spells and traps. It has like these have 3 effects. They're just dumb. And then like to keep it a little weird, I only played 1 of each of the traps. So like people actually think these cards are better than these cards, but like you never want to tribute a trap for an Ignis without using the spell effect to do additional tribute.
Right.
Then it puts you on better draw Barrage, and then you won't have a zoo push if you.
Yeah, because you lose your zoo normal summon if you're using the trap as
exactly.
fodder.
So
that makes sense.
So you don't want to just like tribute a trap for an Ignis unless you draw like these.
Right.
So I opted to just play 1 and 1 just to have them off of your Dynamite searches. And the reason for 1 and 1 instead of just playing 2 of this guy is because you can have the option, as well as if you play like you summon Dynamite on your turn and they hand trap you, you can set 1 and then have the other one, and then this is a trap in itself. So it's really good.
Wow, that's really small. Okay, cool. Yep. I like that.
And then 3-dimensional barrier, obvious reasons.
That card is awesome.
Yeah. card is broken.
Alright, so there's a story about your extra deck, isn't there?
Yeah, so my extra deck in the main event was 15, but in top 64, I got deck checked, and I happened to only write one Tiger Mortar. So I played the rest of the event with only one Tiger Mortar.
Was it relevant?
So, like, that's another thing. So, while sitting down and getting deck checked, I thought of, like, every card I could play without, and the only card I could play without was Tiger Mortar. And, so I thought of like another way to do the combo, but you just Tiger Mortar early, so it ended up being fine.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, I just played one Kong, one Borbo. I played two Tiger in the main event,
kind of.
I guess it was one in Top Cut, two Broad Bull, two Chalk 9, and three Giant. You don't so you don't need to play like a heavy zoo package in like this deck.
Right.
Usually you just summon the one zoo and then you just put back like your one ofs, and then you have another zoo push for next turn. So you never really like, you're not zooing every turn. Your grind is usually in your Draco cards. So yeah.
Okay.
And then one Emerald. I would consider playing two of this because you actually just make the double rank 4 play every turn with this deck.
Right.
Like every turn one, if you see like Rat Diagram or Rat Barrage, any of those, you just automatically make double rank 4, or Babelboon. Babelboon usually gets you there too.
Right, that makes sense.
So yeah, usually you either open like Emerald Tornado or Emerald Dweller.
Was Dweller relevant?
Dweller was so good. So I played against like a lot of Pure Draco and Swiss, and every time I was like, how many cards you got in your extra deck? And they're like 0. And I was like,
we're definitely making Dweller.
I'm like, nice game. And then Invoker for the Babelboon.
Right, okay.
This was all pretty good. I went into every card at least once, so it was definitely really good.
What do you think about Zephyros and Force Strix?
So I don't think that's relevant. I don't think it's good at all. I guess if you're playing like not this many Draco cards, it's relevant because you need both the searches. Right. But you're bound to draw any Draco spell or trap in your deck. Right. So you can just search the missing piece off the one search with the diagram.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So it's never really that huge. And whenever you do the Force Strix play, you end with like Force Strix, Emerald, and Dryden. When in my deck, I end with Dryden, Emerald, and like a real rank 4 like Tornado or Dweller. Right. So that combo is just actually not relevant.
And Force Strix is kind of dead afterwards.
I can show the combo with Rat Diagram later too. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And then side deck, 3 Ash. I kind of just wish I main decked this card. This card is just so
really
good. Yeah. So I played against a lot of Draco.
Okay, yeah.
And this is the best card against Draco.
It really is.
Like Draco Zoodiac, Pure Draco is just the best card. I even tried like 2 of these in going second against regular Zoo because it was like everyone was just playing Desires, everyone was playing Barrage.
Yeah.
So it's not the worst card, and it was just really good. I kind of wish like I said, I kind of wish I mained it. 1 Gam Seal, 1 Sticky. I wish I drew these cards. I never.
You didn't draw them?
No, I never
what
drew
a
them.
shame.
So yeah, I decided them in like every time I went second. This card, okay, so like this card was either really bad or really good. A lot of people weren't on another side deck card that you'll see later on my side deck, but because of that side card, this card was bad. But I wish I played Board Wipes. Board Wipes would just been way better than these cards.
Okay, I feel you on that.
Yeah, so that's that. 3 Twin.
That card's good.
It's good, but sometimes I wish it was Cosmic. I played against a lot of Draco, like I said, so this card being Cosmic might have just been better.
That'll make me miss it.
But whenever I played against my Zoo matchups and I drew this, it was actually just an auto win.
It's like blowout, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Zoo matchup is kind of almost an auto win. It really is because you have so many pushes.
It's a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah, like every time, like this is actually crazy, but every time my opponent went Dryden set 4, they actually just lost the game. Like I'm not even kidding. It's crazy. And then this is the card I was talking about, 3 Magic Deflector.
Yeah, that card was so good this weekend.
This card is dumb. So if you play against this mirror match, it's really good because you hit like Disciples Heritage, a Diagram, Barrage, Tenki. You hit all those cards. So this card is just really good, as well as game 2 and 3. You usually play around Kaijus going first instead of playing around Cosmic.
Right.
So usually you set the trap card to summon Masterpiece on their turn rather than using Heritage to tribute summon it for your turn.
Yeah, I see you.
So this card stops Cosmic Cyclone and Twin, which is really good. And then the 1 Imperial Order. And like I said, this card was the reason that this card was
Chalice is bad, right?
Yeah. So like every good player I played would side this over like Anti-Spell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because this card's like a lot better than Anti-Spell to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the side deck.
Cool, man. Awesome. So, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to Epic Card and Games. We sponsor the really cool guys. So yeah, check them out. Shoutouts to Ryan Henry. We play tested a lot. I was play testing Gears against him. So yeah, I kind of just came to this deck after playing it for so long.
Yeah.
But Well, shouts to Aaron, he topped as well. Shouts to Soto, he got his first Nats top. It was crazy. We both got a prize card at the same time. Both topped our first regional. Now we both got our first prize card at the same time. Sounds crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Shouts to Quinn. We almost played each other for World's Contention, but
that would have been awful. Oh my gosh.
Both lost to the winner. But yeah, he also topped, so that was crazy. And who else?
Did anybody buy you a hot dog or anything?
Oh yeah, shouts to Kyle.
Oh, dude, that guy's awesome.
He bought me a hot dog. Oh, and also shouts to Troy. I got deck checked multiple times, and I had to replace my diagrams.
Yeah, man, so, that was rough. That was so many deck checks. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, but I think that's it. Did you want me to show you?
Yeah, let's see the rat combo real quick.
So, it's probably not going to be relevant anymore because of the link format, but if you opened rat diagram just by itself, you ended with 2 rank 4s and drew 1 off Emerald, obviously. So whenever you just go normal rat, this is where it gets different. You send, you actually send Thoroughblade, which makes this a little different.
Okay.
So your normal rat, send Thoroughblade, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Make these guys, use both effects, and then you search for Ram, and you special the rat. Use diagram effects, pitch the Ram. Some of the Thoroughblade and get any Draco card you needed. So I'm just gonna put my Masterpiece here. And then you just overlay these two. And to Emerald, don't use the effect yet. So this is how I played around only having 1 Tiger Mortar actually. I would make the Tiger Mortar first here.
Reattach the rat.
Reattach the rat. Make Borbo. Make Chaka 9. And then use Chaka 9's effect. Bring back the Ram. Yeah. And then use Emerald. Recycling these guys. Make sure you recycle the rat. The other ones don't matter. You draw a card. And then you use Rat's effects. Bring out the rat. And then you make Trident Pop Ram. Bring out the rat. And then you end with the second rank 4. So this is usually your turn 1 born off 2 cards. You can do the same thing with Rat Barrage, but with Rat Barrage you draw an additional card. So yeah, this is just insane.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, this is like every time I went first, I usually just won the game because I opened something like similar to this, and it was just automatically an auto win. So
that's actually insane.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, good job representing San Antonio.
Yep.
Are you gonna go into any events coming up here?
I will be at the ARG 10K in Philadelphia. I think they increased to 15K actually, from what I heard. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be good. And I'll see you on there.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
No problem.